comes. Full twisting back straddle down. And no one does it better than Yang Bo. I guess Bo knows beam.
And the judges don't know diddly if they don't give it a 10.
Her score, a 9.987.
I can't imagine what deduction they found.
But it is the highest score of the competition so far and is good enough for the lead. She does make you marvel, though, about the things they're able to do.
Have you ever wondered how a cat always lands on its feet? Likewise, haven't you ever asked about a gymnast? How do they do that? Gymnasts have an uncanny ability to launch themselves into the air and do amazing twists and turns and somersaults and always come back to the beam or the bar or to a perfect landing. This ability is called air awareness or kinesthetic sense. And although you can refine it, it's usually something a gymnast is just born with. You either have it or you don't. Most amazing is when a gymnast performs skills in rapid succession with seemingly blind takeoffs and landings. Twists, too many for most to even count. High-flying dismounts, and yet able to find the ground. Perfect precision when the margin for error is almost nil. Yes, it's something you're born with. These athletes have it, and they've taken it to amazing heights.
The event leader before Yang Bo's beam routine was Henrietta Anodi. Let's see if she can gain back the lead.
And just like on the uneven bars, Henrietta really has a nice variety of skills and also some unique combinations. This is a wonderful pass coming up. At the end, she does an Arabian walkover, very original. Right there. Beautifully done. Such a difficult landing.
And Kathy, it's so difficult to keep your body square down the length of the beam on a twisting move like that.
Two layout step-ups, little off on that second one. Slight deduction there. That could very well cost her first or second place. Back roll extension right to the end of the balance beam. She definitely takes a lot of risks in this routine.
To take the lead, Anodi needs a 9.925.
We've pointed out how close these competitions are. Every half a tenth of a point is very critical to an all-around score. Keep in mind she has that one balance break so far. Here's the dismount. She does a round-off triple twist. Very difficult dismount, but a large step on the landing. Again, that will be another deduction.
And Kathy, those two slight balance breaks in this unforgiving sport may have cost her the lead she's maintained through two rotations. We'll see when we come back. 1.862 score on the beam is not good enough to keep her in first. Yang Bo of China has the lead. But Anodi has other concerns as well, as Soviet rising star Tatiana Lysenko, who's ready for the floor exercise, has been coming on strong.
And this is one aggressive and confident young gymnast. And she can tumble with the best of them. Her middle tumbling run is obviously becoming more and more popular, tumbling in both directions, but it's still very exciting. Double back, punch front somersault. She tumbles back in the other direction, right into a full twist to another punch somersault. Now this really shows her level of competition. She finishes her routine with a very difficult tumbling pass, full twisting double back. Very well done. A lot of difficult tumbling skills in that routine.
And we'll see if that's good enough for a 9.975, which she would need to move into the lead.
And that's really a big score to expect from her right now.
Now, this is just another example of how incredibly strong these 70-pound young ladies are. Imagine the strain on the Achilles tendon and the ankles when they reverse the direction from this rebound here, from back tumbling to forward tumbling.
Lysenko earns a 9.9, which isn't strong enough for the top spot, but it puts her in a tie for second and within striking distance for the all-around. The standings with one rotation left. Yang Bo. Welcome back to Brussels, Belgium for the World Cup Gymnastics Championships. An historic and scenic host city, who needs to travel to Venice, Italy for a canal ride when the city of Bruges is nearby? Today, the women's all-around champion will be decided, and with just thousandths of a point separating the field, China's Yang Bo has taken the lead. In a tie for second are Hungary's Henrietta Anodi and Soviet rising star Tatiana Lysenko. In fourth is veteran Svetlana Boginskaya, and in fifth is America's Brandy Johnson. Earlier in rotation 3, China's Yang Bo set an extraordinary standard, earning the highest score of the competition, and a 9.987 moved her from third to first. Henrietta Anodi, who led for 2 rotations, is in a tie for second place with hard-charging Soviet star Tatiana Lysenko, whose best event is yet to come. For the reigning world champion, Svetlana Boginskaya, the pressure is on. Right now, she's in 4th place. And for the Americans, a revitalized Brandy Johnson's new routines have helped her to a respectable standing. She's in 5th. But Sandy Woolsey's problems early on in this sport of perfection have dropped her well out of contention. This is it, the final rotation in the all-around. And for the leader, Yang Bo, it's a time to focus and not let the pressure get to her.
I think this could be a tough event for her to try and maintain her lead on. It's not her best routine, and in fact, at 4 foot 11, she's grown 5 inches since the last World Championship. Makes the tumbling a little bit more difficult. The full twisting double back, and although it looks great, thus we can tell she's a little more sluggish.
Kathy, it seems funny that she's grown 5 inches, and she's still not even 5 feet tall yet.
Well, Bart, the size isn't the problem. It's the adjustment that she's had to make that makes things a little more difficult. 1.5 twists, through to a double twist, a little trouble with the transition. But again, she's making that adjustment fine. She's just working a little bit harder.
Kathy, do you like the music and choreography?
I actually think she could have better music and better choreography because I think she's a better gymnast than this shows. Here's her last pass. She's planned a double back somersault, looking for a good landing. Oh, and just pulls it around. A very nice, solid routine for her, but I think she's going to have trouble keeping the lead because I just don't think it's up to the standard as some of the best on this event.
And although she's still a brilliant gymnast, you'll see she's really working hard in this double back and barely pulls it around.
You know, Bart, this Western-themed music just might work in Indianapolis this year where the World Championships are, but it needs some work.
Yang Bo's score is a 9.787. Sluggish or not, she did stick all her landings. Hungary's Henrietta Anodi needs a 9.850 and a nearly perfect routine. Yang Bo has left the door open, but still to come, Lysenko and Boginskaya.
Donna, she could certainly score a 9.85 with this routine. She does 3 of the most difficult tumbling runs in the competition. Watch this opening pass. She does a whip back and then tumbles through to a full twisting double back in pike position. Very difficult. I'm amazed at the ease in which she does these tumbling runs.
And her power is really deceptive. She's only 66 pounds, but she's very strong.
This is a gorgeous triple twist. She gets it around. Perfect. That's about the best I've ever seen her do that.
In contrast to Yang pose routine. This music is very effective.
It's her third pass. Double twist to a punch front, tumbles back the other direction to an Arabian front walkover. Now talk about endurance. She does a fourth tumbling pass. And ends with a pike double back, a perfect landing. Great routine. She has really competed so well in this competition.
And remember, she needs a 9.850 to take the lead.
And once again, her power and technique and form is so strong. This is her last pass, a double back in the pike position, and a terrific landing.
And she does it. Her score of 9.900 puts her ahead of China's Yang Bo. Question now is, will it be good enough to hold off the Soviets?
Regardless of where she ends up in the standings, she has certainly made an impression here.
And this is Tatiana Lysenko. She's just 15, and if she can deal with this kind of pressure, watch out. She'll need a 9.912 to take the lead from Minotti.
This is her second of 2 vaults. Of course, the gymnast performed to the best score count. She had a 9.875 on the first vault, so the pressure is on. Yurchenko with a full twist. Unbelievable. That was beautiful. So much power in that vault. Good height, good distance, and of course the all-important landing.
Henrietta a little nervous.
She is so powerful when she reaches back to the horse. She does a round off onto the board, and right there, she gets a tremendous lift off the horse. Great landing.
And there you have it. A 9.925 places Lysenko in the lead, and Minotti slips into second. But still to come, the reigning world champion Svetlana Boginskaya in what promises to be a dramatic floor exercise program, and American Brandy Johnson, which will determine the all-around champion. A classic gymnastics story is unfolding. It's a Soviet tale, too. As a reigning world champion, Svetlana Boginskaya knows she must give a nearly perfect performance to hold off her younger, smaller, aggressive teammate, Tatiana Lysenko, who's in the lead. And this could be the test of her will to stay in the sport. She must earn a 9.962 to win.
And I'm really looking forward to this routine. It's a new routine. And like her last one, it's very theatrical, very dramatic. Competitors. She also has great tumbling ability, full twisting, double back, and pike position. Easily done. What's nice is the routine has a theme. It has a feeling throughout the entire routine. Beautiful extension on the leaps and kick. Combination pass, full and a half twist, through to a double twist, right into a punch front somersault. That's a harder pass for a taller gymnast. Executed routine. Some of the routines may have been more difficult, but few as expressive and unique.
And remember, she must score a 9.962 to take over the lead.
And although her choreography is very dramatic and mature, she's beefed up the difficulty in this routine to keep up with the little hot shots. Right here, she adds a punch front after the double full. Nicely done.
As you can see, this is a gymnast who really performs with her heart and soul. So I think this is a very emotional time for her. An idol to her young Soviet teammates. She's now competing against them for a spot on their World Championship team, a team that's very difficult to make. This could be her last competition. Let's just hope not.
Let's wait for the score. It's a 9.937 and not good enough to earn her the overall title. so she takes second to her up-and-coming teammate, Tatiana Lysenko. Still to come, Brandy Johnson.